Thanks, he said as Zero entered through the tent flap. Zero glanced at him, then went over to the crate, where he deposited his dirty clothes and towel. Why would you help me? Stanley asked. Zero turned around. You didn't steal the sunflower seeds, he said. So neither did you, said Stanley. Zero stared at him. His eyes seemed to expand, and it was almost as if Zero were looking right through him. You didn't steal the sneakers, he said. Stanley said nothing. He watched Zero walk out of the tent. If anybody had X-ray vision, it was Zero. Wait, he called, then hurried out after him. Zero had stopped just outside the tent, and Stanley almost ran into him. I will try to teach you to read, if you want, Stanley offered. I don't know if I know how to teach, but I'm not that worn out today, since you dug a lot of my hole. A big smile spread across Zero's face. They returned to the tent, where they were less likely to be bothered. Stanley got his box of stationery and a pen out of his crate. They sat on the ground. Do you know the alphabet? Stanley asked. For a second, he thought he saw a flash of defiance in Zero's eyes, but then it passed. I think I know some of it, Zero said. A, B, C, D. Keep going, said Stanley. Zero's eyes looked a bird. E, F, said Stanley. G, said Zero. He blew some air out of his mouth. H, I, K, P. H, I, J, K, L, Stanley said. That's right, said Zero. I've heard it before. I just don't have it memorized exactly. That's all right, said Stanley. Here, I will say the whole thing, just to kind of refresh your memory. Then you can try it. He recited the alphabet for Zero. Then Zero repeated without a single mistake. Not bad for a kid who had never seen Sesame Street. Well, I've heard it before, somewhere, said Zero, trying to act like it was nothing. But his big smile gave him away. The next step was harder. Stanley had to figure out how to teach him to recognize each letter. He gave Zero a piece of paper and took a piece for himself. I guess we will start with A. He printed a capital A, and then Zero copied it on his sheet of paper. The paper wasn't lined, which made it more difficult, but Zero's A wasn't bad, just a little big. Stanley told him he needed to write smaller, or else they would run out of paper real quick. Zero printed smaller. Actually, there are 2 ways to write each letter, Stanley said, as he realized this was going to be even harder than he thought. That's a capital A, but usually you will see a small a. You only have capitals at the beginning of the word, and only if it's the start of a sentence, or if it's a pronoun noun, like a name. Zero nodded as if he understood, but Stanley knew he had made very little sense. He printed lowercase a, and Zero copied it. So there are 52, said Zero. Stanley didn't know what he was talking about. Instead of 26 letters, there are really 52. Stanley looked at him, surprised. I guess that's right. How would you figure that out? He asked. Zero said nothing. Did you add? Zero said nothing again. Did you multiply? That's just how many there are, said Zero. Stanley raised and lowered one shoulder. He didn't even know how Zero knew there was 26 in the first place. Did he count them as he recited them? He had Zero write a few more upper and lowercase of A's. And then he moved on to a capital B. This was going to take a long time, he realized. You can teach me 10 letters a day, suggested Zero, 5 capitals and 5 smalls. After 5 days, I will know them all, except on the last day, I will have to do 12, 6 capitals and 6 smalls. Again, Stanley stared at him, amazed that he was able to figure all that out. Zero must have thought he was staring for a different reason, because, he said, I will dig part of your hole every day. I can dig for about an hour, then you can teach me for an hour. And since I'm a faster digger anyway, our holes will get done about the same time. I won't have to wait for you.